Hello there, guys. It is me, the X Whatever, and today we're doing what if there's an evil Deku was in danmachi Part 1. And I know, another danmachi X. Come on, dude. We've seen like a lot of we seen you doing a lot of crossovers, and yeah, we plus there's no what ifers that do a crossover. And no, you guys are incorrect. I'm not the only one. Blackbeard What Ifs does this too. He did a crossover of this, so I'm not the only one. But anyway, I am gonna zip it. I don't really have a good image of Izuku right now, but screw it. This will do. Maybe not. Give me a minute. I forgot the image. I'm so blind sometimes. There you go. As of later, as we go to we're starting to work now. As other news, Shigaraki of the LOV, aka Love, has been captured. Shigaraki has revealed the number one bioweapon and Izuku's whereabouts. Thanks to, I can't remember that guy's name, Shinso, his name's Shinsho's quirk. He was able to get the information of Izuku's location. And right now, we are going live with footage right now to his base, to Midoriya's lab, the world's biggest weapons dealer and bioweapon manufacturer. As Ziku just sits down on the screen, really pissed off, damn it. Damn it, Shigaraki. I trust you for one thing, and you can't even hold up to the bargain. Well, besides, I'm gonna burn everything. If I remember correctly, it gets out of the chair and walking the hallways. I think some of the heroes are infected with some of my viruses. Well, might as well go out with a bang. Initiate. I'm trying to make it think. Initiate file extermination. File extermination now. As he's in his laboratory, deleting all files. Save all the files on his flash drive, and delete everything about vaccines, viruses, everything. Purging all data. Purging even AI. Copy AI and flash drive. Access to Izuku is still there. Goodbye, Mr. Midori, as the whole thing cuts out. It's been fun. Izuku's fucking 20 now. Well, let's grab all the viruses that I have and on some of the cures. Izuku grabs a briefcase out of. I place it on the table and starts putting in the viruses and the vaccines for them. First, it's like a two-layer thing. First, he puts the cures at the bottom of it, and then he puts over top of it the viruses. To the tyrants, let's just say this guy, Izuku made all the viruses, and you know what? Pause. This is not part of the story, but this is part of the story at the same time. But here we go. So just think of Izuku has a little small needle, right? And he stabs it into someone to say that's danmachi or a hero. And if he stabs someone with it or injects the serum into it, the serum will automatically turn that person into a monster in a couple of minutes. And, yeah, it's pretty agonizing. Now, Zuku puts the last touches as an injector. He makes sure to put everything in the briefcase, and also a little prototype virus that he made, or combination of all the viruses. Combination of the T virus, the G virus, the tyrant, the T virus, the G virus. I can't remember all the viruses' names, but he's like, he combined all of them, and yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Chris Redfield, I'm gonna say has a quirk, and that quirk is super strength. For Leon, super speed. And for his little red lady friend, she has a stealth quirk. And plus, they raid the facility with the heroes, which the reason why she's there, she just wants to get the viruses and sell them to one of the manufacturers, which Zuko is kind of pissed off at her, and he's like very mad at her, but she's gonna have a hard fun time getting whatever's left of the files, or the files that are being erased. Now what? To be honest, files, even though they're erased, can be restored. I'm gonna say she's able to restore three files about the viruses. Anyway, on to the story. As Chris Redfield and Leon break down the door where Zuko is putting the last of the viruses, and he looks to them and closes the briefcase. Stop right, Zuko. Put them down. Zuko closes up and picks it up. And what are you gonna do about that, Chris Redfield? As Leon's right behind him, put as though pointing their guns at him. This is over. We finally know how Umbrella got those viruses and how they made them. They got them ideas from you. Just improve on your ideas. Zuko's laughing those idiots? Do you think that they improved on my viruses? Those were just tests. Those were just the prototypes. And the funny thing is, I'm actually the one who decided to give them to him just for fun. I must say, them replicating the G virus, pretty handy. And they also improved on the the transformations, and Leon and Chris are Chris Redfield looking at him looking at him like, you sick bastard. And Zuko's like, sick bastard? And he's laughing. I'm laughing haven't heard that one. But I must say, you, are you even heroes? We're not. We're just we're victims of your weapons. It's funny, Izuku says. You think that by killing me, you stop the bioweapons? Or even stop me making them? Even if I'm in jail, someone's gonna continue my legacy. As Zuko's smiling really sickly. Even though that you're saying that I'm a monster, which I forgot to say. If they did say that he's a monster, then they did. I'm sorry. And then he says, besides, File deletion complete. As Leon and Chris heard that, all of a sudden, like, they were like, what? I'm trying to remember right now, guys. Give me a minute. I'm like trying to make up the story right now. Okay, now I know. File deletion. As Chris and Leon looked at each other. Where are the files? What have you done? As Ziku just says, I deleted all the files so no one can even think about all my weapons or bioweapon projects and data about them. As Chris Redfield had enough, he shot Zuko in the arm, like, as Zuko kneels down and, like, putting pressure on the wounds, like, didn't expect you to shoot. Must say, Chris Redfield, you think really rationally, but it doesn't change anything. All of a sudden, a huge glass wall, like, shut on, like, okay, it's like one of those, okay, a huge, like, wall, okay, then they look to the top and see the wall sliding so fast. It was so fast that it blocked Izuku from them. And they're looking at the glass trying to break through it, like, damn you. You bastard! And, Izuku's like, well, this escape route. Well, there goes my escape route. As then he starts to walk, press a button on the left side of sorry guys, I have hiccups. The left side of a desk or a table. All of a sudden, this huge looking thing that looked like some type of portal opened up. And Zuko's like, I must say, it's been fun, but I have like 3 more labs, so it doesn't matter. A loss is a loss. And even though I look like I've lost, I haven't. I've already won. Goodbye. As Izuku starts walking through the portal, as then Chris is like Redfield. I mean, not Chris. Leon. Leon looks at him like, yeah. Chris gives him a landmine or one of those beach charges. He grabs it. And throws it to the wind, to the glass in front of them. And Leon shoots it, creating a hole. As Zuko turned around, like, says, shit, I didn't expect him to have that. As Zuko begins rushing out the door, like, rushing to the pool as quickly as possible. But then, Leon shot Zuko when he's running through the portal. One in the gut. Into the gut, onto the kidney, onto the lungs, and one to the leg. As Zuko like coughing up blood, like man, this must be really a bad day. My perfectly carried out plan, all wasted. I must say, It's quite fascinating how much you wounded me this much. As Zuko begins standing up with his one leg, with this leg that's almost completely like broke, like his legs like the upper leg bone's completely like shattered. As he gets up limping to the portal, like, you can't stop me, you can't stop the inevitable. And plus, Leon, you only brought one clip, right? As Leon's like, oh, you son of a... As Leon clicks it, like, shit, I thought, wait, where's my... As Zuko says, come on, you think I didn't count your bullets after you were breaching this place? And I saw how many of my bioweapons you fought with my bioweapons and how much ammo you had. All your bullets in that last clip. As Redfield's like, don't worry, I got this. As Chris Redfield like breaks what's left of the glass wall in front of them and grabs his weapons, like, as he was like, shit, he has a... Shit, that LMG. It's like the LMG from Resident Evil 8. Which I still fucking don't get why it had to be an LMG and not the fucking Albert weapon. Which I'm so happy he can still buy, but at the same time, you have to fucking buy it. You have to buy it and you can't fucking unlock it, which is so goddamn retarded. Anyway, I'll shut up and get to it. As Zuko began to, let me just think, I know. As Zuko then started to... God damn it, God damn it, X. As then Chris Redfield started to shoot the control panel. And when he did that, the control panel started to... How should I say this? Over, like destroy the complete control panel and some of the portal sensitive equipment. And Zuko looked at him like, damn it. Which Zuko didn't know that he got when he got good shots off of him, which Leon managed to shoot, or Chris Redfield managed to completely like wound Zuko like more than Chris Redfield did. Like, he did the same spots but in different areas, like the chest and the limbs and his arm. As Zuko like went through the portal and a huge explosion happened, destroying the portal completely and knocking both Chris and Redfield back. As Leon like grabbed Chris Redfield by his shoulder and pulled him up, and he looks at him like, is it over? Redfield's like, I hope so. Besides, the equipment of his looked really sensitive. Also, we've managed to... I think the equipment was really I don't know. Maybe got away. I can't remember Leon's first encounter with that girl with the red dress. So I'm gonna go her like, yeah, it's that woman now. Don't worry, you've got him. As they both turn to look at the woman that is wearing the red dress, and Leon's like, Cassandra? I can't remember if that's her name or not. As she says, hey Leon. Leon's like, let me guess, you got what you wanted, right? You got the data from Zuko's computer. As he says, well, mostly. As Leon's like, what? Well, you see, almost all, he was already deleting the files. So I grabbed what I could, but my buyer's not going to be happy, but he's going to be pretty pleased as well. Only about 40%. I only have about 40% of his data. And Leon's like, pointing his gun like, give those back, give those to me. We need to destroy them. You know that. And she says, no, profit's profit, Leon. And besides, Chris doesn't have any more ammo. And her quirk, I can't remember if it's stealth, but her quirk is pretty fucking. I can't know. I don't know what a quirk. Just it's getting so interesting. But guys, you think like the long pauses is just me like, okay, I'm actually watching a show at the same time and doing a what if. You have no idea how freaking hard this is while watching this because I'm watching my favorite show with like me not trying to talk and me same time trying to. So it's really difficult. Anyway. As then she begins to say, like, well, I checked his research logs. The pearl you destroyed was actually experimental. So, I do have what is said. Since you've destroyed it, since you've broken it, he's completely out of here, aka torn to shreds. However, that was a 1% chance. That was a 99% chance that he's being shredded, and a 1% chance that he's somewhere else. And of all the things, that's it. That's it. He got the 1 freaking percent chance and lived. How lucky is this man? And I'm gonna say he is kind of evil, but not. Kind of and not. He's like an anti-villain, but kind of anti-villain. Like that. And it's gonna be pretty interesting. And okay, it'll be interesting for. Okay, everyone in the comment section, you guys already know this, but I'm gonna say it right now. So, guys, I want to make a Tyrant Eyes and a Tyrant Leafia, but my friend Dester What If is doing something similar, which I can't remember if he's doing the Eyes Tyrant or am I doing the Leafia Tyrant. So he's doing that on his channel, but that's gonna be a texting story, and that's gonna be pretty interesting. I can't remember if I'm doing the Leafia Tyrant or not. So anyway, I'll get to it. As that all happened, and as Leon and Gertfield are baffled about how they actually confirmed it, they did it. But then Chris Redfield threw his knife at the flash drive that she was holding up in the air, and it was completely cut in half. And she's like, "Well, my investor's not gonna like that." But as she grabbed what's left of the flash drive, I'll salvage what I could. I can. As he smiled and threw a smoke bomb and disappeared. As Chris Redfield smiles like, the data is going to be pretty damaged. It's going to take at least a few weeks for that. Sorry guys, I'm like literally focusing on the show at the same time, so kind of sucks for me and for you. But we're gonna get to it. Then now we go into Izuku. Didn't expect field to have ammo. I thought the liquors. I can't remember those liquor things. It's like the things that Leon encountered. I have to look up the name. For now, I'm gonna call them liquors because they have a long tongue. You get it. They're cold. Those liquors made sure to use. I thought I used all the ammo of the liquors. I must say, I knew he had a strength perk, but he must have been training a lot more hard than I thought. As Zuko begins starting to, I don't know, Zuko begins starting to look for his briefcase. Now, where's my damn briefcase? The virus that it has. With the combination of all the viruses I have ever sold and found out about. And I combined them. It took me 3 years to do that. For trial and failure, trial and error. And I finally did it. And also, I would need a transformation for it. Okay, guys, pause. Do you think I'm pause? Do you think I'm nailing it with Zuko being this wounded? I'll continue. Tell me, say, hell yeah, you are. If you guys say, you are, yes, it's so goddamn good. Like, you say, goddamn, it's great. Then that means you really love it. Me doing that, but anyway. And then Zuko sees his briefcase next to a tree, which. Oh, Zuko didn't focus on his surroundings. He focused on the briefcase because it was probably the only thing that will save his life. Right now, his legs shattered, his arms. His left arm that Rick Field shot is completely shot full of bullet holes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. As then, she proceeded to, or not she, why would I say she? I just gotta get there. He begins crawling to his briefcase. Got it. Damn code. As then she then proceeds to open up briefcase like 144 1970. As then he opens briefcase and grabs the viruses at the top. You see, the viruses at the top are the strongest, and in the middle was the prototype viruses that he's ever combined. And plus, in that virus has antibodies for the viruses to keep them contained, aka making Zuko very OP, but also changing his age to 16 again, which, why 16x? Because if I turn him to 16, not only some of the viruses are being combined, since the Tyrant's viruses, since I'm going to say the Tyrant's virus stops the aging dramatically, but versus the aging to at the point when you were 16, aka having more potential to grow. Because 16, you have because everyone has potential to grow when you're 14 or 15 or even 10. 16 times they say is a pretty good number because at 16 is like when you can grow into a fine, have a lot of potential, basically. As he grabs an experimental grabs a virus and puts it on the little injector, like, I hope this works. I've not tested. I've tested on only subjects, but those were the failures. This is gonna be my first ever testing on on the subject that is me. That isn't me. Here goes. Injects it into his neck, like, as he closes his eyes and goes blackout, and he goes unconscious. And then Suku wakes up 5 hours later. Because if you were awake during those 5 hours, imagine what it would be like, or like your body going back into the age of 16. And yeah, if you guys think that's a stupid idea and I should keep it at 20, just keep it at 20, dude. Please. And I'm like, sure, why not? Because I think 20 would be a better number, but at the same time, 16 is better. Because you have more potential anyway. Wait, how long have I been recording? I don't know. 32 minutes! How? That's my question. Frickin' how? I thought there was like 17 minutes, but 32 minutes? What? I think you know I'm not ending it there. I want to get into more detail into this. As Zuku opens his eyes and thus yawns, and he's like, wait, my body, I don't feel the pain anymore, but why is my voice so squeaky and young? Wait, Zuko gets up and looks at his briefcase's mirror, because I'm gonna say his briefcase has kind of a reflection on it. As he looks at the briefcase, he looks at his face in a reflection of the briefcase. Like, I'm 16 again? As he puts his hands on his head, like pulling them, not pulling his hairs out, ah. I did expect all the viruses to like improve my body, but not put put me back at age 16. Ugh, this is a nightmare. Oh yeah, and how Izuku like made the viruses. Let's just say his dad was the first one to make them, but he had to go into hiding, and Izuku continued his father's work, aka making like, let's say Chris Redfield and Leon killed his dad and he wanted revenge, and made bioweapons much more better, aka I'll leave it at that. But anyway, let's get to this. As Izuku decided to get up and grab the briefcase and put the injector back and remove the virus that had been injected into. Not remove it, just remove the cylinder that the virus was in. Put it back in the briefcase, and it was empty. And Izuku locked up the briefcase and began stretching out his body like, ooh. But one thing I do notice about myself, I feel a bit stronger. And Izuku Izuku is so fucking muscular. Like, combining with combine the G virus and the Tyrant virus. I can't remember the Tyrant virus's name, but Yeah, plus this Ziku, Ziku's gonna be able to control like bioweapons, and one thing about there's a bioweapon that Ziku took really interested in, and I'm for Ziku's father, who he was. I'm gonna say it's the man. It's a movie. It's a movie. It's the man that made a bioweapon able to see who is friend or foe, which I know is shocking, right? What? I'm gonna say that was Zuku's father, but Zuku's father didn't. Zuku's father actually got married, and the bomb, the nuke never hit them. But it did hit him. But Zuku's mother lost her arm entirely. She did survive the play. She did survive, but let's just say she had amnesia and was knocked ways away, and due to that caused her to become green, and which I'm gonna say that guy's friends, or he turned his friends to bioweapons so they can live. Let's just say the only survivor found out about his wife actually being alive, but she died because of cancer, and also she told him about who his father was, and let's just say in hell, Satan told him like he had a son and his wife was alive, and he's like, I've done nothing. Anyway, I'll shut up and get to it. As he starts, as Greasy grabs a rock and he just sees to like skip it or throw it. I don't know. I don't want to know how much the Nemesis and the Tyrant's strength I have. Might as well test it out, Ziggy says in his mind. Throws it. Breaks. The rock goes through 15 trees and hits a wall of rock, and creates a huge crater. Not a huge crater, like a huge crater around it. Not a huge, like not a hole, but just so deep in that it looked like a crater. Zuko's like, okay, note to self. I have to train my body again to match the strength, but also suppress it. Puts his head on his head. And I'm putting danmachi 60. You know what? How many years do you want this back? You know what? I'm just. How many years do we want this to go back to? 3 years? Because if I think about it, I'm going to say Ayaz is 13 and Leafy had yet to join, or Leafy has already joined. But, yeah, I'm going to say Leafia will join at age 15. No, not 15. Like 14. When Ayaz turns 14, she will join. And after those 2 years, that's how Leafia was a level 3. And she went to level 2 by the same chance as Sword Princess, but she got lucky. No, wait. No, she was level 3, right, guys? Oh, yeah, she was level 3. Yeah, she level 3, so during those years, she'd be able to level up 2 to 3. But, yeah, here I go. As Leafia, no, not as Leafia, as Zubian's looking at his clothes like, well, I can't go looking around like this. Zugu then claps hands. Good thing I packed an extra pair of clothes, and we're all wondering, how the hell did he have another pair of clothes? Like, since he's like the most brilliant spy weapon maker ever, he also knows how to make clothes really fast. And combine the tyrant's strength some like viruses speeds. Let's, you know what? Nah, he doesn't get new. No, what? He actually washes out his old clothes and gets whatever's left, and he puts on this clothes we're seeing in this photo. God damn it! In the thumbnail. Jeez, why? I I hate it when I stutter. He completely like ripped it. He completely like sewed back whatever clothes was left, and made some new clothes that look like this brilliantly. And yeah, that's gonna be for part one. This is gonna be it for part one. So if you guys truly enjoyed, hit that like button, and if we see about, I don't know, 50 likes, I'll do another one. No, I'll throw a little bonus. I'll make What If Deku Had the World bonus. And if it does not get the, if it gets up to, if it's not gets up, if it gets up to 50 or 100 and 100, you know what? 50 for part one, another part for this, and on 100 if you want to, if you want a Zuko, What If Zuko Had the World bonus. If you get to 100, yeah. But if you guys really like this, I'm not saying this for a bonus, but even though that is kind of cringe, but if you guys really like this, then thank you very much. I hope you did. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you all in the next video. Goodbye.